Welcome to Tales and Travel Adventures. Let's visit China. Hello, I am Lavana Hawkins with Champaign Public Library. Krannert Art Museum on the campus of the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign and Champaign Public Library have prepared this journey to China for us to enjoy together. There are two ways you can use this program. You can just listen and follow along as I read the narrative that accompanies each slide. Or you or your partner can turn down the volume and use the controls to pause each screen so that you can read the narrative aloud yourself. You might also want to talk with your partner about what you are seeing or any memories that come to mind. On our visit to China, we will talk about some sounds. We can hear footsteps many places. A child running on the Great Wall of China sounds much like a child running anywhere. What we call the Great Wall is literally called the Long Walls in Chinese. It is not a single wall at all, but rather a series of walls. That series of walls covers 13,171 miles. Often, we see pictures of the walls that are maintained for tourists. However, many of the walls cross desolate areas and are only a remnant of their past greatness. In some areas where the walls are, you might also hear this bird. The Womei. Its name comes from a Chinese word meaning painted eyebrow. Doesn't it look like its eyebrow is painted? It is also called the laughing thrush. It has a beautiful song, but it is very high-pitched. Giant pandas live in central China, farther south than the Great Wall. They live in bamboo forests and spend at least 12 hours a day eating. They may consume up to 28 pounds of bamboo in a day. Have you ever wondered what a panda sounds like? You might imagine that it is a deep sound, but it is actually more of a squeak. When I was in school, I was taught that pandas are not really bears, but are raccoons. However, scientists have recently decided that on a molecular level, they resemble bears more than raccoons. Perhaps you would like to hear some Chinese music. Many Chinese musical instruments look similar to musical instruments we use here. This is a Chinese lute. You might think that a gong is played just by striking it. However, there are a variety of techniques used to play a gong. Different sounds can be made by striking it in different places with different mallets or brushes. Sometimes two mallets are used. It can also be rubbed to produce a completely different tone. This simple gong from the Krannert Art Museum has just one mallet with it. Sometimes gongs are used to make an announcement or as part of a celebration. What would you like to celebrate by striking this gong? Today we have talked about lots of different things in China. The Great Wall of China, the Huomei, the giant panda, a lute, a gong. I have enjoyed every moment of this time with you. China has been an interesting place to visit, and there have been lots of interesting things to listen to. Thank you for going on this journey with me. Here is something to think about. What are some sounds that mean home to you? Questions? For materials to go along with this video, please contact Champaign Public Library at 217-403-2070 or the Yurts Education Center, Krannert Art Museum, University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, 217-300-9729. For information about using questions for a meaningful conversation, visit timeslips.org.